EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Watch the slant. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. You got three down.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. The game's first play produces 6. Yards brings up second down.
Too easy.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Mike. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch gears. Go. Staying open.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Check, Mike 42. Come on, 42 to Mike, boys, 42.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that one complete to Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. On first down, it's Carson. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 50 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, 26.
Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, that's it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 30 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got it to Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
First down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Rodgers. Caught by Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually... And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 88 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hey, Haywood.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Jones has it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Rodgers going to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
18. Check 56. Oh, here we go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Mike. Shit. Boom. Shit. Check your hot read. Mike's 56. Look again.
On first down, Irvin.
Tighten up.
The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got him. 56. Hey, Irvin. Right there, 56. It's been a long day for you. Play 56.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team. And everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted. All day, baby. Let's get this.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
258. Shoulder! Alert 3. Check it. 6-6. Pull it high. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, check 26. Hey, Mike.
Rodgers now on first down. Complete. It's Irvin. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
49's the mic. 49's the mic.
And again, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
64, weak. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Back north. Safe. Check. Liz.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. 20. He's got Adams on the hookup. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 48 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Flushed out, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Being chased out left. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll find Metcalf. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down Seahawks. And Myers able to knock it through. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. On third down, Rodgers looked like a pretty good... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
No. 50, 258. Check three.
Rodgers now on first down. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop. 56. Jump out. Hey, watch this.
Now Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the man from UTEP. This is Aaron Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Shift. 80 Wilson. Get 300. Slant. Hold. Bravo. 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Rush in. Back. Mike's 56.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
0-0.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers now to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Hey, Delta.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the run. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, exit. I'm coming after you.
Now it's Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Carson, room here to run. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Mike's 42. Listen. Jump back and turn over. Get that ball. 14.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
14. Good. Reset. 50, touch 50. Saturday. Whip. Watch the whip.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Let's go. Hey, 0. Check 26. Hey. No, 14. Check. 36. Kill. Kill. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
36 power. Hey, watch it. Alert flare.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Jones looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. K.J. Wright. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
Well, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Switch.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. He holds it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Crosby with the extra point. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Check, 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 check. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. One left, one left. Good guys, 4 down, 4 down. Got you, I got you. Good guys, 4 down, 4 down. Switch, switch.
Now Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Hey, alert. All go special. Go. Here we go.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I got you. 14. Run left. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Wilson. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Adams, 64 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Last drive, remember, a similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a foot race past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 54 yards. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. They'll get this off to Jamal Williams. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get 300. Get 300.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Must 56. Must 56.
Rodgers now to throw on third down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. The Packers go for it. Rodgers looking deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys are able to regain the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is taken at his 4.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Slow down. Slow down.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Gordon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches.
Here we go. Check nine.
Here's Carson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. This is Carson. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Hey, zero. 95.
Throwing on second and 8. Wilson escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Hollister. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Check 52. 95. He's checking. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Jim. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. Hey, turn it up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the Packers' 6-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa! Let's get it.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They run again with Carson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Wilson to throw. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, you block over here.
They'll look to throw. Graham. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Jumper, jumper.
Easy. Hey, take 26. Hey, wahoo.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ankle.
Three down. 26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Hey. Shoot. Forward. Front left.
Here's Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go, get excited, let's go, let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check three. Shit, watch the shit.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Hey, high 7. 56, Mike, 56.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Caught by Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Hey, take 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Strong right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and
8.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
right there. Good job right there.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's alert. 3 down. Mike 35. Mike 35. Man out.
One left.
35.
One left. Nice.
On third down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10 at the 45.
56. I'm coming.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rodgers going to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmaker.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
35's the mic.
Now it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. They go play action now. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 35 on second down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 65 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. Fielded about a yard deep. These two teams all tied after 1. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
To throw is Rodgers. It's complete to Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. Now it's Rodgers. Complete to Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Right there, 56. All day, just like that.
And again, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Under 10. 10. Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 59 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it.
Williams loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Right side. Right side. Plant. Back front. Hey, Alpha.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Mike 42. Hey, come on, now, come on, now.
On first down, Carson, and an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 25 yards to the house. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks.
So that's